Greetings YouTube, Tac Nerd 1.0 here, and very sad to have to make this video because this is a pistol that I really do like quite a bit, and I feel that it has received a lot of undue criticism. Unfortunately, it looks like I am having a problem myself with my G44, my Glock 44. This is the 22 caliber Glock, and up till this point, I have had no issues with mine. In fact, it fires amazingly. I really don't have any problem with any ammo. I've had videos before on my channel showing it fire. However, this is an issue that I'm having, and I have not seen anyone else have this issue, but they may not know it based on what it is. So this is a kind of a warning to everyone to take a look and see if you're having this issue as well. What is going on here is I have found that I think this is called the what is it? The sleeve, the firing pin sleeve, I think it is. What's going on is that I'll try to get this to focus. All right, so here in the base of the sleeve, right there, if you can see that, the plastic on the base of the sleeve where the firing pin, where that little nub comes up against it each time it fires, this goes forward. What's happening, and it's disintegrating basically. The plastic is just going away, and I don't exactly know what's causing it, but it's evident that the problem is there. In fact, when I tried to get the pin out, the problem is that because this now goes so far down in. Normally, when you try to take your pin out, you have to bring this up, and then you get your Glock tool in there, or a punch or something. You push that down, and then you remove the end plate. The problem is that with that disintegrating, it comes all the way down, and no matter how far you bring this up, you can't get a tool down far enough to push this down to get that end plate out. And it was also causing some firing issues as well. So unfortunately, I am going to have to send this back to Glock. The other really annoying thing, and I have to say, I'm certainly not a Glock fanboy, but I have grown to like them ever since I got my 19X. What I don't like, though, is when I called Glock to see if they could just ship me this part, because that's obviously the issue, is this sleeve is just bad. I don't know if the plastic is bad or what's going on. I kind of do have my suspicions on what's going on here, but when I called them to ask them if they would just send me this part, they would not do that. They told me that the options I had, and this is literally what the guy said. He said, you have to find a Glock armorer who can then order the part for me, and then he can fix the pistol and get it back to me. Now, I assume I would probably have to pay him as well to do this. But and this is the other really annoying thing, is I asked the guy on the phone, assuming this is a modern business, this is Glock in a modern age, this is 2020, you would think you should be able to just go on their site, put in your zip code, and a list of Glock armorers would come up. Apparently, that is not the case. They don't have a list of all their armorers or where they are, or even people who would want to be on such a list. I'm sure not everyone would want to be inundated with requests for Glock repairs, because there are a lot of Glock armorers out there. You just have to take the class. But even ones that are registered, apparently there's no master list of this on their website that you can search for. He literally told me, he said, call the shop you got it from. If they don't have one there, he said, just start calling around to ranges and other shops in the area until you find one. That's literally what the guy told me. This is not modern customer service. I'm sorry. This is a big issue. You cannot run You cannot run a business like that. You have to have a support system for your pistol. And if you're out in the middle of nothing, like I am, there's not a lot of resources out there. Now, if you're near a big city, if you're near a center where there's a lot of shooting sports going on or something, you would probably be fine. You could just take it to where you got it. Now, I did call the place that I bought it from, and they're a small shop. They're a great shop. I do love them. But they said, well, we kind of have somebody who works with us, and he, we can mention it to him, and maybe he'll take a look at it, but I don't know how long it would take. So literally, I would have to drop the pistol off to them, and I have no idea how long it would take for this guy to fix it. It could be there forever, and again, I would probably have to pay him to do this. So the only other option, unfortunately, is to mail the entire slide back to Glock, because apparently they want the whole slide. They can't just send me the sleeve. Now I understand, their logic is it might be maybe there is a defect in the slide that is causing this to happen, and they want to look at the entire product and make sure everything is okay. Yeah, that's fine. However, if this is an issue, which I suspect, I know the problem, but if this is an issue, this should have came out a long time ago in testing. What I think is going on is this spring is under a lot of tension, more so than other Glocks, from what I can tell from my other two. The spring is under a lot more tension, and I think what's happening is that they used the same grade of polymer that they do in all their other Glocks, and unfortunately it's just not strong enough. And with this spring continuing to slam into that plastic, it's going to wear out. And as much as people have shot this G44, and 22s lend themselves to an awful lot of shooting. They're not like other pistols where you might shoot a couple hundred rounds. 22 is cheap and plentiful, so people tend to shoot quite a bit of it. And obviously that's going to cause a problem if you have a possible defect in your polymer, and it's going to just keep slamming into there, and obviously you can see what the result is. And I fear if I would have kept firing it, if I would have not have removed this pin, it probably just would have broken through there completely at some point. And I don't know how I would have fixed it, or even got the end plate off. I have no idea how. So unfortunately, I now have to send this slide back to Glock, which they will probably just replace the sleeve, put it back together, pack it up, and send it back to me. The same thing I could have done myself. Now there's a chance they do know about this problem, and they already have a stronger polymer sleeve, and they just don't want to tell anybody about this for fear some bad info will get out into the public. That's a possibility too. It wouldn't be the first time Glock does these. They're like stealth revisions in their pistols. Wouldn't be the first time they've done something like that. But anyways, that's what I have to do. So if you own a Glock 44, I would suggest you take a look at this part and examine it and see what it's like, and see if you're having the same issue. Because if you are, it's only going to get worse. Obviously, it's not going to get better. It's not going to stay the same. It's only going to get worse. So I would take a look at it, and if it is an issue, call them, send it back, and see what they can do for you. And I will update everyone. Hopefully they will have this back to me quick. We'll see, because 22 is really about the only thing I can shoot right now, because of what's going on here in 2020. So I've been using this as a valuable training tool, and right now I can't. So anyways, folks, I will keep you up to date. Again, hopefully we will see this come back to the channel. Hopefully Glock will take care of me and fix this problem. But we shall see. So anyways, everyone stay tuned. More to come. Tack Nerd signing out.